Hello and welcome back again. Well, notice what we have here. We have a window here, and notice that we have counting, and the counting is moving to the right. So we've got definitely some animation here, and let's see what it is that's doing this. What we've got here is we have an integer. We're declaring a variable. It's of data type int for integer. Its identifier is an x, and we've assigned it a value of 0. Now, we have two new functions here. We have one called setup, void setup. What this does is that anything that's between the left curly brace here and the right curly brace, any code that's in there, that code, whoops, I have draw here, sorry. That code is executed one time. So what I've done here is I set it up so that the size is executed just once along the X and along the Y. So that makes the size of this. And the text size is executed just once. Okay, let's stop this because it's going off the screen. What I've done here is I have another function that doesn't return anything, but it's called draw. So it has void draw. Here's its argument. Here's the left curly brace and the right curly brace. The stuff in between here keeps happening over and over again. This keeps going just for as long as the program works. So what I have here is I have an easy way of setting the background to black, which I did. Let me go up here, and as you'll see, this will start over again. And what I've done here is the text is now going to be X. But what did I set X to? Well, you set it to 0. But you might say, well, why is it increasing in value? Well, down here, this is an increment operator. X plus plus means every time you go through this loop, increase the value of X by 1. Then I have a delay. The delay is in milliseconds. There's 1,000 milliseconds in a second. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delay this by 500 milliseconds, which is a half a second. And then this goes back up and it turns the background black, erasing the previous number. And then text now becomes a little bit larger. And notice what I have for the X position of X. The X position, I have 75 plus X. So that is the first time it goes through here, it's going to be 75 plus 1, then, which would make it 76. Then it'll be 75 plus 2, it'll be 75 plus 3, 75, so on. 60 is the Y position. That's how far it is from down to the bottom. Okay, so if I close it here, that's an example of my first animation. What's important is that we saw void setup here and that we saw void draw. Okay, that's it for this lesson, and welcome to your first animation program. Congratulations.